They have officially ruined Fortnite Save the World. Guys, I truly did not think it could get any worse. After all the shitty updates they have done. And honestly, this is, just tragic. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over the Fortnite Save the World version 37.20, the most recent update that has happened to Save the World, right? So, alright, we got some loot changes, some wildlife changes we're going to cover, some commander stuff, certain abilities, item shop, and bug fixes, okay? To improve the player experience and encourage team play, we've made some changes to the way dropped loot works. When a player opens a container, harvests the environment, eliminates an enemy, or harvests a loot llama or a copy of each loot item will be generated for each nearby teammate. Right, so what this means is that if somebody opens a chest or kills a zombie or, loots like a stash hidden in a cave, anything like this, right? The loot will stay on the ground for teammates. Now, it sounds okay, right? But there aren't really new Save the World players coming to the game. This really doesn't matter. And the way that we stand right now with this game is you're either stuck in Stonewood and you're trading or scamming people, or you're one of them players like me who have fully completed the game, maxed power level, who want to help the people who actually do want to succeed in the game or, get a higher power level, things like that. So there's really no, sitting in between, right? There's no one, seriously right now, after 14 years of the game being out, just grinding the game the way it's supposed to be played, right? And it says, these extra copies will be instanced, meaning they're only visible to the players they're meant for, so, your teammates and whatnot. And it says, staying with your team and working together will result in more loot for everyone. To compensate for all the extra loot that will be generated with this change, item sharing has been removed in modes where inventory carries over between missions such as campaign, main story, storm shield defense. When you drop items in these modes, other players will not be able to see them or interact with them. Guys, what the fuck? Because this literally means that if you're trying to help somebody with a storm shield or you yourself need help with a storm shield, nobody on your team can drop you any items to help you. And it kind of goes back to the fact of, with this game being out for almost 15 years now, nobody's really grinding the game like this. So why does this change all of a sudden happen now? How does this benefit the Save the World community right now? Now stay with me. And it says, in modes where inventory does not carry over between sessions like Hit the Road, Dungeons, Frostnite, and Survive the Horde, loot will not be instanced, meaning that the items will be enabled to share. Guys, like we talked about, the game's been out for so long. The same ventures, seasons, and the same, little events like Dungeon, Hit the Road, Survive the Horde, these modes have been out every single year for the past 8 years straight. Always the same. Guys, I don't know about y'all, but I have not grinded dungeons since I got my first Gravedigger schematic over 7 years ago. Nobody really grinds these modes like this anymore. Let's be honest, y'all. We all have the Ice King hero. We all have the Pumpkin Launcher schematic. We all have the Gravedigger schematic. Why do it for modes that don't necessarily matter? Why are they doing updates to, add on to the campaign storyline, add new missions on the map? There's so many things, positive things they could be doing for the Save the World community. And it's so sad, y'all. I play Xbox console, so I be going on group post, and it sucks to only see 3 group posts made for this game. I grew up playing this game. There used to be always a few hundred posts for this game. There was always people to play with, a community. It's so sad that you can load up Battle Royale and then it only says a few thousand people are playing the game. Save the world. You guys, Fortnite is dying. It's not even just Save the World at this point. Battle Royale as a whole is just dying. Right, so stick with me, alright? So wildlife changes. Tamed wildlife will no longer consume dropped food to self-heal. So, there's no more mushrooms, no more chicken, things like that you can eat that will give like a buff on health. So now you kind of have to carry heal pads and you have to actually craft them because of, not being able to dupe now. But that's a whole different topic. Right, so this one's going to cover Arabic Assassin. This ninja centers around the crescent kick ability with a fresh twist. Increases damage against dancing enemies by 30%. Additionally, enemies hit by crescent kick dance for 6 seconds. Like, guys, I don't even know, like what is this even doing? Like, I personally haven't met anybody who even uses this hero. And for all the late game players out there, we typically only use Constructor, or some kind of movement ninja for MSK. Like, nobody late game is gonna be using this shit, bro. Like, unless they make a new Ventures mode that has to revolve around this, like, nobody's gonna be using it. Like, and honestly, sound wall traps are on the low end for the meta of AFKing a mission. And honestly, it's damn near impossible to AFK a mission because they want to nerf the plasmatic discharger. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but recently, we'll click over to this tab, right? So it says recent updates have rendered plasmatic dischargers nearly useless, triggering a flood of frustrated reactions. Well, of course, y'all, the plasmatic discharger used to be the best gun in the game as far as handling bosses, being able to thoroughly defend a mission. Maybe not AFKable, but it was damn near pretty close if you had 4 players, camping with dischargers in the base defending it. And now it does shit damage. You guys, I am max power level. I have the plasmatic discharger level 144 with max perks, and it damn near tickles the boss. It doesn't even do anything. And we're talking about a power level 310 Mist Monster. And it doesn't do a damn thing. And these nerfs started on July 2025 to now. And they have fully ruined it. Guys, the plasmatic is pretty much useless at this point. So, we'll move down here to the item shop. It says the item shop can now be accessed directly from Save the World without needing to return to Fortnite lobby. Honestly, you guys, the game's been out for so damn long. I don't know why they're just now changing this. This doesn't make any damn sense to me. Just kind of makes me feel like they're more money hungry than they already were, honestly, but whatever. This says fixed an issue causing inconsistent research point generation. So many players are already maxed out with this. Like, I don't even know why that matters. And why did it take so long to fix that? Considering that was like one of the most important things that you needed early on in the game to be able to get and reach max level. It says resolved multiple critical rescue the survivor mission issues. You guys, we've been having issues with this for the longest time, and they just now, in this new update, want to fix this shit. Medbot now consistently appears next to downed survivors and missions. You guys, I've played so many rescue the survivor missions and carried people for the XP, and we've had so many glitches where the medbot doesn't appear to where you can't finish the game early and grind it out fast. That has been an issue for so many years, and it's just now being fixed. And that can affect early on gameplay too as well in the early modes. And it says fleeing survivors can spawn consistently near their tents or shopping carts. Let's see. Resolved a visual bug causing gun commando bullets to not appear when firing. Using certain melee weapons while leaping heavy attacks no longer causes players to appear stuck or in the wrong location to others. Known issues. Some sections of the mansion roof in the Survive the Night mansion are missing, causing invisible collisions that can block players. Guys, like, honestly, it's just so frustrating because it all kind of goes back to what we just talked about, about the fact that this game has been out for so many years and these issues have been ongoing for so damn long and they're just now fixing it. Honestly, like I'm just baffled. And honestly, I personally I didn't think it could get any worse than this. Um, And I kind of want to go back to what we said when we talked about in the beginning too about the loot changes. That I want to make the new players aware that if you did not buy the Founders Pack way back when, or have any Founders weapons on you currently in your backpack, you will never, and I mean ever, be able to receive a Founders weapon. And also keep this in mind too. Those packs that came out that had a schematic for a trap or a weapon in them, if you did not buy those packs or have those weapons on you currently or traps on you currently, you are not getting those ever again. Guys, if this is not Fortnite Epic Games being money hungry, then I don't know what the fuck it is. Because now we are forced to buy packs that we don't even want to and save the world just to get a schematic, if they even drop new ones anymore, right? So this is just, y'all, this is not it. Like, if you have not bought and saved the world at this point, I wouldn't even recommend buying it. Because to be honest, us founders, we used to get V-Bucks every single day for the login, and now we don't get anything. We have to beat one challenge a day for 80 to 100 V-Bucks. That's literally it. And we're lucky enough for a challenge to even come out that's, actually good or worth our time even doing. So the reality of it is I won't even invest into Save the World at this point. Yeah, guys, I don't know. But if you've made it this far, drop a comment down below. Tell me how you feel about it. Do you guys think that the Save the World community could be revived? I don't know. Tell me how you feel about it down below. I hope you all have a good day. Enjoy your evening. Consider dropping a like, subscribing, comment down below. Thank you. Peace.